Just, I am so excited. Now, I have to tell you, this is going to be a tough scope tonight. This is going to be a tough scope tonight. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always stay connected to me at miaredrick.com. Make sure you guys are signing up for my list over there, miaredrick.com. Thank you so much for sharing. As always, so proactive. I just love it. Or on Facebook, stay connected to me at Mia Redrick, the mom strategist over there. Now, tonight's scope, I do want to disclaim, is going to be a tough scope, all right? And so if you're new to my Periscopes, I just want to warn you, it's going to be a truth scope. And I like to do that every now and again just because I always feel like we all can benefit from having that checkup from the neck up, right? And that's what I'm going to do today on this scope. My only goal is to support you in moving forward, to stop making excuses, to show up like a giant, you know what I mean, to make powerful choices. And the truth of the matter is, it's very difficult to make a powerful choice when you are operating in inaction. All right. And maybe it could even be that you're operating this way, and maybe by default, you've been doing it so long you don't realize what it looks like. My goal today, as a result of you hearing this scope, is for you to say, you know what? That's what I'm doing. I am operating my choices. I'm operating from a place of you know, whether it's intentional or unintentional, I'm being inactive in my decision making and being proactive and reaching for the bar, swinging from the tallest place with my gifts and my talents. All right. So for those of you I'm just meeting, it's nice to virtually meet you. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I'm a business coach. I got started. Hey, darling. I got started in my business over 10 years ago. That's what I can't believe. Like 10 years, like doesn't seem like I could have been in like 10 years. Okay. And what I've had the greatest fortune to do, I would say, is go to work as myself. I've had the opportunity to build a business that's been based on me leveraging my talent as a corporate trainer, my background, my skill, as a mom. I had these great systems in motherhood, and I just knew that other people would benefit from those systems that really helped me personally. And I decided that I would combine those two things that I love the most, my professional background and my life skills, which was what I knew in motherhood, and become a mom coach. Hey, Origine, good to see you. And so I started this business 10 years ago. And when I tell you, I had no idea what it was going to look like. If I had only known, right? If I had only known. I had no idea what it was going to look like. But I just trusted myself. And the very first thing that I did was I attempted to hire, went to a small business resource center in a town. And I was told by the director of a small business resource center, his job is to help you get started in business. Hey, Origine, good to see you. That my idea did not make any sense. He told me that no one would ever pay me to coach moms. And I'm so grateful that I didn't listen and that I kept looking for someone to help me. And I hope this inspires you, because maybe you're like me and you think outside the box and you just know your idea will work. And thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you guys for doing that. And so I kept looking for someone to help me. I ended up hiring the second most profitable coach in the country and learning how to build a coaching business from her. And more importantly, I learned from a really powerful model and an amazing teacher. And one of the things that was so impressive to me was I knew that I wanted to be free. Hi, Deborah. I knew that I wanted to build a business that would give me my time. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. I had just come out of corporate America. I did not want to be working 40 to 70 hours a week for someone else. I wanted to, in my own business, be able to control my time, and I wanted to be able to command an income that mattered. And I know that many of you, that's exactly what you want also. And I'm happy to say I've been able to do exactly that. Now let's fast forward. You know, as a result of building this business that I say is time rich, meaning that I work about 31 hours a month from the comfort of my home, a little bit less this month because I've worked a little bit less this month because I'm doing some home improvements. And I've just kind of been, chef packing, you know what I mean, decluttering, all that kind of stuff, the things you have to do when you're doing that. But I work about 31 hours a month for a really great income. And I will tell you that it's a blessing in my life. And I only knew before starting this business how to trade time for dollars. I only knew that, Mia, you're going to make $75 an hour or $100 an hour. I did not realize that you can actually leverage what you know, package your gifts, your talent, your intellect into coaching products, or as a top consultant, or that corporations will buy your products and services from you, and that you can make a significant income in doing that. I learned that by doing that. And, I've had the opportunity to do partnerships with Fortune 100 companies, including Panera Bread and Great Harvest Bread Company and Corner Bakery Cafe. I've had the great fortune equally to have best-selling books that I've had the opportunity to do partnerships with my books and to be able to sell those books in bulk. I've had the great privilege also to be signed to Emmy-nominated and nationally syndicated television shows as the mom strategist, as paid talent. And you know what? This is something that I dreamed of, but it's all happened as a result of me following this crazy dream that director in that Small Business Resource Center said would never work. But I will tell you that while they have been incredible personal rewards for me, whether it's financial or owning my time or, even being able to see your ideas on national television literally around the world, one of the things that touches me the most is the fact that I've been able to impact my family and create stability. And I know that somebody out there, that's what you want. That the reason you want to run a business is simply because you want to make sure that your family has what they need. Anybody? If that's you, you can say amen, because that was my deal. And I will tell you that the way I was most impacted by that, and it became real for me, was my husband developed kidney disease. Hi, Megan. Developed kidney disease about 8 years ago. And at that time went on dialysis 15 to 18 hours a week. And you guys know, there we go. I understand it's definitely you, right? When that happened, there was a shift in my family. You know what I mean? That, here it is. Now my husband has kidney disease and he has dialysis 15, 18 hours a week. If you guys know anything about that therapy, you know how grueling it is. At that time, my children were, 11 years old, 8 years old, and 5 years old. So that's a lot. You know what I mean? That's a lot. And I was so grateful that we could make powerful choices as a couple around my husband's health. And because income was not a factor. So he didn't have to worry about getting back to work. My husband's a full-time entrepreneur also. My kids have never seen their mom or their dad ever work a job, a job, all right, because we've been full-time entrepreneurs for over 2 decades. I consider that a tremendous accomplishment. But I loved it. I loved the choices that we had when we needed them. When Pat went on dialysis. And I love the fact that when he got a kidney transplant 3 years ago, we're going on 4 years in March of this year. I love the fact that during that time, equally, he could heal. He didn't have to worry about getting back to a job or anything like that. He could rest the way he wanted to. I love the fact that we could hire a private doctor for him so he could get the best level of care. That, to me, is what a great business will do for you. It'll allow you to be there for the things that matter the most to you. Are you guys with me on this? All right? And I love the fact that as a result of building the business properly, we've been able to give our kids a world-class education. And I know that there's somebody out there that's what you're looking for, by God, absolutely. And I know that's what you're looking for, Pat, and I've invested over $740,000 on elementary, middle, and high school. Just elementary, middle, and high school. And I love that that's a choice that's been available to us because of running great, sustainable businesses, right? And I love the fact that I control my time, that I'm the boss, applesauce, Monday through Friday. You know what I mean? I'm the boss. And I get to choose what I'm going to do and when I want to do it. Yes, he will do it every day, all day long. And I didn't tell you this, Megan, but, Pat's, he's had an amazing kidney transplant. He's done amazing. He was a match the first time out. It was just amazing. The surgery went awesome and incredibly well. Within 2 weeks, he was walking around the track. Amazing. When I say amazing, I mean nothing but God. And so what I will say is, as a result of running this business, hey, Latasha, as a result of running this business, one of the greatest perks to me is that Pat and I get to date in the middle of the week because we're both free. Hey there, darling. I just love the time factor. I think that is like the big thing for me. And you have to ask yourself, or maybe I'll ask you guys right now, why do you want to be an entrepreneur, or why are you currently an entrepreneur? What is it that you really want? Okay, if you guys don't mind, I love Jesus too. If you don't mind, I want you to plug in here. Why do you want to be an entrepreneur? Why is that important to you? What is it that you want as a result of being an entrepreneur? Because the truth of the matter is, we all want something different. I'm going to hop into the scope shortly because I already know, hey there, darling, I already know that you guys are on fire for this topic tonight. I'm going to be teaching very simply, right? Okay, you want to go from free to service? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I already know that this topic is going to change your life. Now, let me disclaim, you want to do this, Megan, for your family? I'm all in with that. That's my love language. I will disclaim tonight, this is going to be a tough scope. So if you're new to my scopes, I want you to understand that this is going to be a little tougher than normally, okay? Time freedom in your family, or Jean, absolutely. That's a great reason to build your business, right? And it's a great why that will make you sustainable. If you haven't yet shared on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope, please do. Because we know other people want to know the price of inaction. And I'm going to break this all the way down today. When I say all the way down, I mean like all the way down. And I'm excited to be here today to be able to break this down. This was on my heart this morning. I was just looking for an opportunity in my day where I could come on and share with you guys exactly this, all right? So this is what I was thinking. So many people are, particularly this time of year, we're all busy, right? Everybody's busy. And then within the next 2 weeks, right? Within the next 2 weeks, people are going to start to switch up. They're going to start to change up. And they're going to start to think about the new year. All right. And they're going to start to set goals. Some people will set goals and some people will set resolutions, just like they did in previous years. And the question is, even as you look at your life right now, you look at your year right now, and you reflect on what worked and what didn't work, the question really is, why is it that the things that you've been seeing in your mind's eye, the things that have been inside your heart, you know what I mean, the purposes that have been, placed upon you to fulfill, or why haven't you done those things? Or how have you done those things this year? And then think about if you had to rate yourself, with grades, A, B, C, D, you know what I mean? How would you rate yourself? Like in terms of your activity, your action, your commitment to those things. I want you to think about that. And I want you to just have that running in the background as I share with you, as I coach you over the next 45 minutes. All right. Now, the way this scope is going to go, I'm going to coach you guys for about 45 minutes, and then I'm going to open the floor, and see if you have any questions or what impacted you as a result of you being here. Okay, you gave it 110%. Okay, and then I'm going to share an opportunity, my holiday special, which is just simply bit.ly Mia Holiday Specials. I'm going to share that with you, but I'll break those down for you, for those of you who are interested in moving forward and working with me in some way. All right, so here we go. If you guys are ready, just say I'm ready, and I'll get started. The price of inaction. Who's ready? Are you guys ready? If you're ready, I just want you to put I'm ready, right? Because I do think you need to be ready to receive. And I have to say that I love audience interaction because it changes things, right? So we've got one person who's ready, or Jean is ready also. Rochelle is ready. Anybody else ready? Anyone else ready to hear this tonight, right? Because I am going to be bringing my A game, all right? And so we want to make sure you're in a position to receive. Okay, perfect. Number one. So the price of inaction, the problem with the price of inaction is that it results in, number one, you staying stuck, okay? So the challenge with inaction is that you're not moving anywhere, right? And so as a result of you're not moving anywhere, that means that by default you are staying stuck where you do not want to be, okay? Where you're not growing, where you're not prospering, all right? Where you're not meant to be playing, right? Likely as a result of you not taking action and staying stuck, you are likely hiding or playing a smaller game than you should be. And you know that this is true. I'm just calling you out if this is you. All right. And so I always say this because it's important to understand that if you are that person that you can talk about what you're getting ready to do. Like, let's imagine that if I talk to you right now about the goal, the dream, the thing that you've been saying you want to do. And every time you talk about it, you're like, yeah, I got to do this thing. I'm ready to do this thing. This is going to be my year. Maybe you've said some of these words. But when it's time to take the action, to write the book, to get the business started, to call those customers, you don't do those things. You're in action. This is the reason why you are stuck. This is the reason why you are where you are right now. This is the reason why your business, your company did not earn what you thought it should earn. Or this is the reason why you aren't working with that next level customer, or you're not in the next level. This is the reason. And the reason is because simply of your actions. It is literally because of inaction. And I think sometimes we never think that the reason that we are stuck in the same place is because of inaction. We think we might be stuck because I hear people tell me all the time, oh, maybe I'm doing the wrong thing in my business, or I need to tweak something, or I need to get a website up, and they're calling out all these things that it's not that. And when I really break down for them, what did you really do? Like, did you take the actions that can move your life forward? You say you want to have profit in your business. Did you call any customers? Okay. Didn't call any customers? Okay, you want to have profit in your business? You didn't call in customers? No, better yet, you want a profitable business and you didn't call more than 2 people last week? Is that real? Okay, so the reason that you're stuck, the reason that you didn't make the money that you wanted to last week, the reason that your business didn't grow has nothing to do with whether or not your business is a great idea or not. It is based on inaction. It's based on the fact that in that scenario, you wouldn't have made enough calls to make the thing that you want happen. I just want to break it down so that if you're one of those people out there that you keep talking about it, but you are not about it in your actions, it is the reason why, number one, you are stuck. All right. Currently in your situation. The good news is that if you've gotten yourself into this situation, you can get yourself out. Number 2, all right, the price of inaction is that, oh my goodness, this is so tough to hear, is that you value the struggle more than the resolution. Do I need to fan you? Okay, let me just fan you on that one, okay? And I'm going to repeat it. Okay, the price of inaction, number 2, is that you value the struggle more than the resolution. I want you to think about it. I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you. I told you that this is going to be a tough one today. All right. The fact of the matter is, if you are taking like very few steps toward the thing that can change your life, and yet you're taking more steps, right, in the direction of the thing that you don't want more of, I want you to think about it. Okay. This is the reason. This is the cost. This is why you are where you are. I hear people all the time when I'm talking with them for consultations who are interested in working with me. And they'll tell me something like this. They'll say something like, you know what? I am so over my job. Like, you know what? I know that there's more for me. And I'm going to slide my chair. I know that there's more for me. I'm ready to do more. I'm ready to launch my own business. And they get into all these things. And they're really great at telling me about their amazing dream or the dreams that they have, right? I'm on fire, okay? The dream that they have or what it looks like, you know what I mean? How many people they're going to serve, the stages that they're going to be on. And you definitely need this. But the fact of the matter is, because they are inactive, okay, in their dream, okay, moving things toward the thing that they really want, doing the things that they really want. The fact of the matter, all they get to do is make the thing that they don't want grow. And I'm going to prove it to you. So they get up in the morning, they get dressed to go to a job that they don't love, they're not passionate about, it doesn't drive them, okay? all of their choices, whether or not they get to see their children in plays or their games at the end of school, is determined by the job that they don't want, that they know that they've outgrown, that they're grateful for, but they're ready to move on and do their own thing, okay? And that same job that they're saying, look, I don't want to do, also ask them to sometimes work later or maybe on the weekends. And because of that, they cannot pursue the thing that they're saying that they really want to do, okay? So number 2 is that the price of inaction, not moving in the direction, not being in partnership with the dream, the truth, the things that you say you really want, means that you value the struggle more than the resolution, okay? Because if in fact you valued getting done what you had to get done so that you could make the choices you wanted, so that you could eventually get out of your job, so that you could have another stream of income that could replace what you were doing, so that you could eventually see the games that you are missing, or the plays, or just being able to pick your kids up without asking somebody, you know what I'm saying, do the things that you want to. But people don't operate this way. They instead decide that, oh, you know what, I'm just too tired when I get home from work. You know what, I'm too exhausted after all of that. I don't have time for my dream. Okay, I've got more time for the thing I don't want to do, and I'm willing to commit 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 25 years doing the thing, right? That is really for me the struggle. They're committed to the struggle more than the resolution, and I just proved it to you, because if you just took 5 to 10 if you took 5 to 10 hours a week and you created a plan, which I did, this is what I did. I created a transition plan for me in my life. And I said, well, my youngest son, who is now 12 years old, is in school all day. I'm going hard in my business. But I knew I had to be free, get free, stay free. All right. And I knew that I could not commit to a dream that would make me have to struggle all my life with making choices about the things that didn't matter to me. I knew that the struggle for me would be not being able to be there to see what I wanted to see with my kids. I knew that for a fact. I knew that. All right. I knew for a fact the struggle for me would be that somebody's going to tell me what I'm worth, what my ideas are worth, whereas in my company, I get to choose that, what that looks like. You know what I mean? I get to stand in my value. Nobody says to me, Mia, this year you get 3%, or better yet, you get no percentages because we're just not doing that this year. All right. But so many people, number 2, you know what I mean? That when I think about the price of inaction, that they value the struggle more than the resolution, because they are telling me what they can and cannot do based on the thing that is making them struggle to begin with. If you don't have the money to invest in yourself, that's a struggle. Okay, I want you to hear me on this. It's not an excuse. It's a struggle. And the question is, what are you going to do to get out of that? You know, how are you going to resolve that? Can't resolve it by making that real. You know what I mean? Making that your answer. It's not your answer. That's the struggle. Okay. You've got to find a resolution out of that. I'm just calling you out today. I told you today was going to be a tough scope. I'm Mia Redrick. For those of you just joining me, I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. Stay connected with me at miaredrick.com or on Facebook, Mia Redrick, the mom strategist over there. I'm a business coach, kick butt business coach. And my goal is to support you in understanding that you are a giant. And even if you're not operating like a giant right now, I hope as a result of hearing what I'm sharing with you tonight, which is just some real talk, that you'll say, you know what? I am valuing the struggle more than the resolution. You're not thinking about, like, what will it take? If you had to put in 5 to 10 hours a week to be consistent for yourself, to change your life, to change your choices, to change your income, and eventually you could replace your income as a result of that, what would that mean to you? You know, who can't put in 40 hours a week to change their life? All right. I'm talking about the price of inaction. I just want you to think about it. But you're putting in 40 to 60 hours a week doing something that doesn't fulfill you. You know what I mean? That you're not passionate about. There's not enough income, that your income is capped. I want you to think about it. Is this supporting you guys? If you haven't shared yet on Twitter, on Facebook, and of course on Periscope, please do. I'm going to break it down. All right, number 3, the price of inaction. The price of inaction when you operate in that way, nothing changes. That's number 3, nothing changes. And reason nothing changes because you didn't do anything to make anything change. Yeah, you didn't take an action. So what changes, what you need to get done in your life is you've got to be in action. So that's so interesting, right? Because I'm talking about inaction. But in order to change your world and your life, you actually have to be in partnership with action. And if you are not, nothing will change in your world. And that means in partnership with the action, the activities that you need to do in order for you to up level or change your situation. And some people think that maybe they are in partnership with that change if they are whining about it. You know what I mean? If they're talking about what they don't like. But that's not the kind of action that I'm talking about. I'm talking about you actually doing something that would create something different in your world that will elevate your world. I always say at the end of the day, whenever I'm making a choice for myself that I would deem powerful or not, the first thing I'm going to say is, what does good look like for me? And I start thinking about it as it relates to whatever it is that I want to change in my world. What does good look like for me in my body? What does good look like for me in my marriage? What does good look like for me in my business? What does good look like for me in my finances? And I start to write down what those things are. And when I write those things down, it becomes very clear and apparent to me in those moments. Wow. The kind of change that I need to be in partnership with, the kind of actions that I need to take. So I'll give you an example. I'll break it down, make it real simple. If I said, which is one of my goals, is to continue on my fitness journey. I've lost about 32 pounds. So my goal is to lose 25 more. So if I said, what does good look like for me in my body? Well, part of it is to be fit, healthy, and strong. Another part is to lose 25 pounds. And then I say, well, how do I make that happen? Then I start thinking about what kind of solutions do I need? I start thinking about the food I need to eat. I start thinking about my personal trainer. I start thinking about the mentality that I need to have on what healthy living looks like. I start thinking about the apps that I need to have on my phone. You guys have all heard me talk about Active. I love that app. It's a great cardio app, by the way. Nice plug there. But I start thinking about that. Why? Because, see, the price of inaction is me talking about what I want to do, but in doing that, nothing changes. So when I start thinking about what I need to do and I start to make commitments based on those things, downloading the app, buying the app, paying for my personal training in advance, I'm in partnership with the change that I want. And you know what? I know that I'm going to change as a result of that. So my question to you right now, which is as it relates to inaction, and nothing changing. Have you asked yourself, why is nothing changing? What have you done to change the circumstance? What have you invested in? You know what I mean? Time, money, energy to change the situation that you want to see differently. Okay, I told you this was going to be an ouch conversation today. I'm not, I'm not taking it easy on you. The New Year's coming. I want you guys to get this, and I really want you to get it. I want you to get it. And I want you to stop making those excuses because it's not working. Okay, number 4. The price of inaction. Are you guys getting value? Are you getting value? Okay, I hope so. Number 4. Number 4 is you begin to believe an incomplete outcome. Oh, this is so good. Oh my goodness. All right. You begin to believe an incomplete outcome. Okay, I'm going to say this one more time. The price of inaction is that you begin to believe an incomplete outcome. You hear me on this? So when you don't take action to move forward in the way that you want to, you start to believe that where you are right now, that's where you're supposed to be. You start to justify situations and circumstances based on where you are, because of inaction. I see it happen all the time. People tell me like where they are right now. They talk about their situations as if they have done every single thing that they need to do, as if they have exhausted every single possibility that there is. And they haven't. It's because of inaction, because they don't want to change and grow. Think about it, all right? And so because sometimes people don't want to change and grow, they believe an incomplete outcome, and they justify that incomplete Result as if they've already done every single thing that they need to do. I hear it every single day, practically every single day. All right. And I just want to challenge you on this, because maybe you've been that person that when you think about, did you really show up? Did you really do the things you needed to do in order for you to change your own life? Did you really? Really? Did you really? List them. Tell me right now. List them. Write them right down. Or are you beginning to believe, an incomplete outcome as a result of your inaction? You get what I'm saying? Because it's not complete because you didn't do what you need to do. And if you did what you needed to do, then you would have completion. But it's incompletion. If you're operating in inaction, you're not doing what you need to do. This is kind of a heavy thought. I want to break it down. I want to make sure you guys completely and absolutely understand what I'm talking about. Are you guys following this? Because this is so real. When I tell you that, the fact of the matter is, I hear this all the time. Somebody will tell me something as simple as maybe they launched a product, and then they'll tell me like, I launched it and it didn't work. No one bought anything from me. And I'm like, okay, all right. And then when I start to talk to them a little bit more, and I'll say launching, so tell me about your launch and tell me a little bit about what you did do. Then you start hearing about the inaction they didn't take. Well, did you set up a landing page? Well, no, I didn't really do that. Or did you follow up with the customers with a, autoresponder? Well, how did you connect? Oh, I didn't really do that, right? You start hearing all these things that like the inaction, right? And so, but the customer, the client, the person I'm talking to, they may have an outcome that they believe is truth for them. But the reality is it's based on inaction. It's based on something they did not do. Okay? And sometimes we don't do the things we need to do because we're afraid. This is true. Sometimes we're afraid of success. Sometimes we're afraid of failure. Sometimes we're afraid to rise big and tall. You know what I'm talking about. So we just omit the stuff that gets tough. You know what I mean? Sometimes we omit the things that are hard, that's work. I'm just breaking it down. All right? But as a result of that, a lot of times, the price of inaction is that we start to believe an incomplete outcome. And maybe you've done this too. You started talking about things like, oh yeah, I used to run a business and that business didn't work for me when you didn't work it. I want you to think about it. Look, I'm just calling you out, okay? I'm just calling you out. Number 4, the price of inaction, number 4, is that it's going to be based on your choices, right? So inaction is always a direct result of the choices you make. So just like you can choose to be a person that operates in inaction, you can choose to be a person that operates from a place of having action, right? Of completion, getting things done. But there are people at times who have a habit of simply having choices that are inactive choices. They don't see things through. They don't follow up, right? Right? I don't know what Jesus said, right? Number 4. Oh, number 5. It is number 5. It is number 5. Thank you so much, right? Oh, yeah, right. Number 5, right? So it's based on your choices. Thank you so much, right? Number 5, okay? So it's based on your choices. So sometimes the price of inaction is that you build a muscle in your choices. Thank you so much for that, Regine. Is that you build a muscle of, I've got to write this down, of a habit of not doing the things you were supposed to do. So you have a habit. Maybe you trend. Maybe you're that person that trends. You don't follow through or finish up the things that you start. And so you've built a muscle of being incomplete, not following up, not doing the things that you need to do. Okay. And if this is you, I just wanted to call you out because that's what inaction looks like. All right. I have some clients that are like all about action, right? And they're always about, implementation. And then I have some people that are building a muscle, right? They're building that muscle of learning to be implementers. But, you got to build the muscle to be an implementer. When you see people who create great and amazing results, what you ought to understand about them. They're not lucky. They're not smarter than you. These are people who have made a decision to build an implementation muscle. And as a result of that, you know what? They are more productive in their results because they are more active with the things that matter. Okay? And some people are really good at that, and some people have to work on it to build that muscle. Tonight, that's what I wanted to talk about, was the price of inaction. And I guess I must have 10 ways that you can identify whether or not, you know, you're showing up in the way that you want to, and the cost of being inactive in your life. Let me quickly recap before I go into the others. Number one, okay, if you are inactive, okay, you seldom complete, you seldom follow through. What do? I'm going to answer your questions at the end. So if you don't mind holding those, I just want to make sure I don't lose my place, okay? Number one, the price of inaction is that, number one, you stay stuck. You stay stuck. And you can't figure out why you're always stuck, but it's because you are not following through on the things that you need to do. That is a great question. Number two, you value the struggle more than the resolution. You know I'm telling you the truth. You value the struggle more than the resolution. Just look at how you're spending your time. You know, you spend more of your time doing the things that you don't want to do, that don't fire you up, get you stoked, pay you well, than doing the thing that can get you free. Think about it. Number three, the price of inaction is that nothing changes in your world. You know what I mean? Because in terms of elevating your world, right, when you are operating from a place of inaction, your life is not going to change, okay? You're going to have to do the work to make it change. Number four, you begin to believe an incomplete outcome. You begin to believe an incomplete outcome. It's not real, okay? And I can tell you it's an incomplete outcome because it's based on you not even doing everything you need to do to show up to create the result, okay? That's why it's not real. But a lot of people begin to believe it, okay? Number four, the price of inaction is that it's based on your choices, right? And you have to understand that as a result of what you're doing or not doing, that's how you're living, okay? And maybe you have a habit or muscle of not implementing. That's how you're living. You don't implement. Okay, so it's not that your ideas don't work. It's that you're not following through. It's your choices. You choose to stop. All right. And number six, okay, the price of inactivity is that, oh my goodness, oh my gosh. All right, is number six. You don't invest in things that create a return on investment. I'm going to break this down for you. All right, so let me tell you what I mean by this. Okay, so the price of inactivity is that you don't invest in things that create return on investment, right? For you, because there's a different mentality that people have when people have an investment mentality. And I go a little bit deeper about that. Right. Do I go? I thought I went a little bit deeper on that. So, you don't invest in things that create a return. So people, let me break this down. People who invest in things that create a return are looking for a return. Okay, so that imagine that if I were making an investment in the stock market, okay, and I chose Disney stock, and I don't know what it is per share, but let's say it was $50 a share. All right, I'm making an investment of $50 because I'm also, that's an action, by the way, making an investment. I am investing my $50 because I'm looking for a return on that $50. I'm believing that as a result of making an investment in Disney, a brand that has a very strong brand, you know, and that services people all around the world, that company's going to grow in some way. And as a result of that, my $50 is going to be worth more over time as a result of that investment. So I invest in things that create a return on investment. So I'm thinking about it as it relates to stocks, but it can relate to anything. It can relate to coaching, all right? It can relate to training or hiring a mentor, any of these things. And I want you to think about this. Check up, neck up, right? Check up from the neck up, all right? When you are talking about inactivity, one of the things you have to look at in your life and in your world is, are you investing in things that can create a return for you? So I think about it like this. I always think about, I go back to my very first coach. I hired this woman. I had no guarantees. I wanted to build a business. I didn't know how to build the business. She had built an amazing business that I thought I could learn something from her. As a result of me paying her, investing in myself, okay, consistently, finding the money, taking a stand for that part of my world that I deserved, okay, I changed my world. I want you guys to hear me on this. Now, imagine if I couldn't understand what a return on investment looked like. And instead I said, what? You're charging what? I don't have that, which I did say. She was charging $1,000 an hour. I was like, what in the world? This is a lot. And so I ended up starting with a lower investment. And then within months, I ended up investing in something that was like $2,500. Then it went on from there because I was experiencing a return on investment. What I knew grew. And because what I knew grew, because I invested in myself, I was now able to monetize and do things in my business, in my life that I had dreamed of. So I had set an intention to grow my life by investing in my life. And, you know, there are a lot of hearts right now, and that's okay, because this is an advanced concept. But I want you guys to understand that we're talking tonight about the price of inactivity. And if one of the ways you're inactive is around your investments, I will tell you that that's why you are where you are. I tell my clients all the time, I say, look, the reason people hire me, it's a great choice, by the way, is because if you know what I know, you can do what I do. If you know what I know, you can do what I do. But what I know isn't free. See, what I know is not free. I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in myself, learning what I know how to do to be able to be free. And that's not free. And as a result of that, I've had the opportunity to support tons of women with going from $0 and making tens of thousands of dollars to go from $0 to hit hundreds of thousands of dollars within 6 months. Lots of my clients do that. I've supported tons of my clients in being able to write best-selling books. Yep, from scratch, from an idea. Tons of my clients, hundreds, literally hundreds, have written books. Hundreds of my clients have written curriculums and courses. All my clients create product. So that's the reality. That's the bottom line of what it looks like. But it's not free. And every single person that I work with, the one thing that is very important is that they understand to invest in themselves, right? They got it, because without that, if you don't have that mentality, I'm going to tell you, you're not looking for a ROI, you're not going to get one. Okay. And I told you this is going to be a tough scope today. For those of you, whenever it's time for you to make that investment, you know, you go out there and you make an investment in something that can't change your life. Maybe you bought some furniture today, or maybe you know what I mean? You bought a car, or maybe you leased a car, even worse. Maybe you just did something like that. But I always saw it as I am my number one investment. Me. And if I know what I know, okay, what I need to know, that I'm going to be able to change my world. I'm going to be able to invest in the causes that matter to me. I'm going to be able to tithe the way that I want to. I'm going to be able to be there for my family if there's ever a gap. You know what I mean? I'm going to be able to be there for my kids and add value to the world. I'm going to be able to sow into the charities that I want. And I'm telling you, it's a mentality that you have to have. And there's so many people that are afraid of having that conversation. I know. Yes. There's so many people that when you're having that conversation around investing in themselves, it's a nervous conversation for them. It's not a conversation that they can walk into. Hey, Kimberly. It's not a conversation they can walk into. It's a conversation that they back away from. And tonight we're talking about the price of inactivity. And one of the ways that people are inactive is that they don't know how to invest in themselves proactively. And if this is you, you likely operate reactively when it's time to make a proactive investment. Ty, being able to sow, being there for my children. Absolutely. I'm breaking this all the way down tonight, Kimberly and Latasha. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Number 7. Okay, the price of inactivity is that you've got excuses with happy endings. Oh my goodness gracious. I can't believe I said it. Okay. I can't believe I wrote it. So the price of inactivity is that you've got excuses with happy endings. You know you do. It might look like this. It might look like you are saying things and justifying where you are, what you got going on. And I'm not talking about not being grateful for all the gifts that God has given us. But I'm talking about for those of you who are looking to step into that place that you know you need to be. Those of you who know that you're playing small. Those of you who know that, you look at what you're doing in your workplace and you're like, if I could just do this for me, I just helped this department make millions of dollars. If I could do this for me, my life would change. I'm talking to you. All right. I'm talking to those of you who are sick of the billable hour game and you understand that you're worth more than $250 an hour, $400 an hour, $500 an hour. You're looking for something else. Okay. That's who I'm talking to. If you're fine and comfortable where you are, I'm not talking to you, okay? Not talking to you, all right? But I'm talking to those of you who know you could step out and play a bigger game, and you haven't done it yet, all right? That's what I'm talking to right now. Number 7, okay? You got excuses with happy endings. Your excuse might look like, well, in 5 years, I retire. How about it doesn't take age to retire? It doesn't take age to retire. It takes income. All right. I haven't had a job in 20 years. I work for myself. My husband and I both full-time entrepreneurs. Okay. I'm worth more, not fine. Yes, absolutely. You've got excuses with happy endings. It could look like you're like, it's not so bad. You know what I mean? It's not so bad. You take what did you get this year? Did you get the watch this year? Maybe you've got the corner office. It's a nice view. I know you like it. I'm just saying to you that, you didn't see your kids' games, not one of them. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get to do what you wanted to do. But you do have the office, right? And they did give you a nice plant, and you do have a big desk, and it did come with a secretary. But at what price? It's freedom. I told you this was going to be a tough scope today. I'm just breaking this down. And so, the fact of the matter is that the price of inaction is that you've got excuses with happy endings. And those excuses is what's keeping you in the exact same place. And I wanted to call you out, right? It's a nice plant, right? It's a nice plant. You like the plant, and you know what I'm saying? And you've got excuses with happy endings. And, each time you keep telling yourself you're going to start next month or in 2 months. Jasmine, I've been breaking this all the way down. This has been a really, really great scope. I'm on fire tonight. I have to tell you, I'm on fire. It is a tough scope. So I've been breaking this all the way down. And you're going to love it. You're going to have to catch a replay on this one because it is a tough one. All right. So your inaction means that you've got excuses with happy endings. You've got a nice plant. You've got a corner office. You know what? You get a bonus. How about that? You got a bonus. You've got and it's probably coming right now. You know what I mean? Oh, no. On your birthday, you get to take half the day off. Isn't that nice? Isn't that great? Awesome. Well, no, now you have some seniority, so you only have to call one person to see if you can get off early so that you can do the things you want to do for your kids, right? I'm just calling you out, and I'm being tough here because I told you, I'm talking to those of you who are giants, who are looking to step out, and you've been making those excuses. Yeah, you've been making those excuses way too long. You've got excuses with happy endings when in the reality is you can have an office in your home. And it can be in any room in your home. And how about you can enter that office whenever you want to? For me, I like to enter my office about 12:30 every day. After I leave the gym, I go see my trainer. I go to my gym. I meet my trainer Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Tuesdays and Thursdays. I do my cardio on my own, either at that studio or another gym that I go to. I love it. I love my office. I get to work from my house, the comfort of my home. I get to spend time in my sunroom when it's only 3 seasons. So it's 3 seasons. So usually somewhere between March and usually maybe late November, I'm still in the sunroom. I'm talking to my clients on the phone. I love that. That to me, that's like an ideal way to work. I don't have to work 40 hours a week. I can put in 10 hours a week And I love it. I don't know anything else that I could possibly do. Nope. I prefer not to get paid an hourly rate. I'm not so much into that. All right. And so I'm just talking to those of you who want to know how to build a time-rich business. Those of you who are interested in compounding your income and understand that you don't have to make $75 an hour with as smart as you are. You don't have to make $100 an hour. It's not enough. $500 an hour. There is more. You know what? I have a client that came to my retreat. You guys that were at the retreat, you heard it. I had a client came to my retreat, was selling something for $39 when I first met that client. The client is now selling programs that are $10,000 and $15,000 each to spend 4 hours a month delivering the services. Can you relate to that? I'm talking to those of you who want that kind of happy ending, because to me, that's what it looks like. And the reason I wanted to break it down for you tonight, because maybe you don't know anyone that's having that conversation. And maybe you think that that's all hype, but it's a real thing. Jasmine, you know it's real. You know it's real. Here it is. Jasmine, launches a product and within 6 months hits 6 figures. One of my clients. Boom. And more and more. And more and more. Okay. But you know what? But maybe you never heard of it. And maybe you think it's not real. Or maybe you think it's flash cash. And I'm telling you, I'm not into that. What I'm talking to you about is you taking what you know how to do, that you're taking for granted. All right. And you putting that to work for yourself in your own business, leveraging what you know, packaging what you know as a coach or as a consultant. And supporting other people with what you know. What you know is very valuable, whether we're talking on the life side of things, okay, or on the business side of things. It doesn't matter. And if you've never thought about that, you need to be thinking about that, okay, so particularly in this world that we live in today. It's never been easier, all right? Tonight we're talking about the price of inaction, all right? And number 8. Are you guys getting value? If you haven't shared on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope, please do. All right, number 8. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Number 8 is that you're not serious, okay? So the price of inaction, Janelle, I'm breaking this all the way down. This is a tough one today. The price of inaction is that you're not serious. Let's be clear, okay? If you're not implementing, if you're not taking action, if you're not doing the things that you know can change your world, you're not serious about the results. And you either are or you're not. And if you are serious about the results, then I will tell you that you are in action, literally in action. But if you are not serious, then you are not doing the things, implementing in a way. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're not implementing whatever it is that you want, right? I am in action. I love it, right? And I just wanted to break this down for you today because you're not serious if you're not taking action. And sometimes we can't hold ourselves accountable. I want to call you out. I'm going to use myself as a guinea pig. I'm going to tell you the reason that I hired my trainer. I'm going to tell you why. Because the things she makes me do, okay, I don't do on my own, right? What's the last action you took? The thing that she makes me do, I think I showed you guys the other day, right? One of the things, oh my goodness, this was the hardest workout ever on Wednesday. She had me put my arm, I don't even know the name of this thing, in these sleeves, okay? And then I had to do knee tucks, you know what I mean, over, but it was like, oh my God, it was like the hardest thing ever. But here's the coolest part. I've got goals. And so whenever I say to her, oh my goodness, this is like a lot you got me doing like right now. She says, girl, we got goals. This is what my trainer says to me all the time. Girl, we got goals. The question is, who's saying to you, girl, boy, we've got goals? And I'm telling you that sometimes that if you want to be serious about that goal you have, you're going to have somebody that's in your ear telling you, girl, we got goals, that's holding you to the thing that you say you want. I'm telling, because the stuff she makes me do, I get pumped up about it, but the stuff she makes me do, I would not make myself do these things. I could think of kinder and gentler ways to do it. But at the end of the day, she's a more direct path for me. All right. She holds me accountable to the things that I want so that I can build that muscle where I am weak. And while I'm committed to my health, there's some things that I'm just not going to make myself do. What about you? Are there things that you are not making yourself do that you've been saying over and over again? Maybe you've been trying to coach yourself, tell yourself that you're going to do it and you haven't done it. All right. And the right girl, she's like, girl, we've got goals, right? She's like, girl, we've got goals. Like, come on, Mia. You know what I mean? Because she knows what I want and she's able to repeat them to me. And sometimes, thank you so much. And sometimes when we all get weak, you have to have that person. You know this, Jasmine. She's a top coach for femininity for women. I'm telling you, listen. Okay, sometimes you got to have that person in your world that is holding you accountable to your light, to the big part of who you are and what you want. Not you, you know what? Because when it gets hard, when things are difficult, it's easy to bail out. It's easy to do the thing. I'm like, can I do the captain's chair? She's like, we're not doing no captain's chair. You're going to put your arms right there in that sleeve, and you're going to do knee tucks. I'm like, what? You know, this thing is rocking. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? And she was like, you know, it won't rock over time. You'll learn, you know what I mean, to be more still. Like, because basically the only reason it's rocking is because I'm almost in it like a swing, right? But as you get more controlled and better at it, I'm just telling all my secrets. Once you get better at it, you can just control it and go up. But I'm not there yet. So I need someone that's making me do things that allow me to grow. What about you? All right. And maybe your inaction is a direct result of you not having someone in your ear telling you what is possible for you to do that you don't believe is possible for you because maybe you're scared of it. See, sometimes, right, you got to use your own body weight, right? And this is what I'm saying, right? It's so true. And it's just important. And I recognize that. I appreciate that. And that's why I invest in that. All right. So number nine, the price of inaction, oh my goodness, is that you are disappointed. And you know that if you are operating from a place of being inactive, doing the things that you need to do that you know will grow you, okay, that will advance your life, will change your circumstances. You're looking at where you are. You're in the same place over and over again. You are number 9. You are disappointed with where you are. Now, you're not disappointed in yourself, or maybe you might be feeling some disheartenment about where you are because you're like, I'm too smart. Like, why is this possible? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're looking at maybe what other people are doing, and you're like, what? And you're not thinking that you don't want people to have success. That's not where your heart is, right? You're a good-hearted person. You're just saying, her too? What's wrong with me? Right? You ever said that? Anybody out there ever said, what's wrong with me? Okay. What's wrong with me? Okay. And that's the price of inaction. And it is just flat true. Okay. You become disappointed with the results that you're creating. You become disappointed with the fact that one more year, I've done the exact same thing. Okay. One more year, I'm not as far as I want to be. And the question is, why is that? It is because of inaction. It will always cost you time, money, and energy when you are not doing the things that can grow you in your life and in your world. Rochelle writes, no more. # no more. And I'm with you on that. And I wanted to break this down. Oh, Lord, this is so me, right? I'm just saying that is what the price of inaction is. I told you guys tonight, I wanted to have a real conversation with you guys about, what is the price? What's the cost of being inactive? And one of the ways is that it's disappointment. I hear it all the time when I talk to people. They are disappointed in themselves, disappointed in their results, disappointed in their business, disappointed in their marriage, disappointed, right? And they're disappointed because they haven't done the things that they need to do consistently to be able to change their life. And I will tell you that self-mastery, you can't master something by not taking action in it. Think about it. We want to be masters at doing stuff that we haven't done. We haven't practiced doing it. Mastery is the practice of doing it. Doing it and failing at doing it and doing it again and getting a little bit better and doing it, right? No more regrets. Take action. All right. And I think that a lot of times we never think about it that way. We want to show up on that stage and we want to be amazing. Right? But you didn't do all the things it took to become amazing on stage. Practice every day. Give you a great example. I remember, some of you guys may know this story, but I remember I always wanted to do TV, right? Professional television. And so I would take my video camera. My husband bought me for my birthday one year, and I would shoot a video every single day, like a still video, okay? Every single day, every single day, right? Every single day. And as a result of shooting a video every single day, many never start because they are afraid to be seen starting at the bottom. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. When the reality is that success is built on failure, right? Success is built on making mistakes, right? Whatever changes you, grows you. All right. And this is what we have to understand. So you have to understand that you've got to start from the beginning. You got to be okay with that. Really important. You don't become a great runner by just running. Okay. All right. Right. You've got to just start, right? That's false pride. Got to start where you are. You got to understand that that's okay. And I think so many of us, we judge ourselves. We want perfection. We're not willing to operate in imperfection. Come on. Now, I will shoot these videos every single day, every single day, every single day, every single day, every single day. And then one day I get a phone call, and the phone call, okay, I don't know that story. And one day I get a phone call, and when I get a phone call, it's from a producer for the Ricky Lake Show. And they had seen an article I had written for the Huffington Post and wanted me to come on the show and as the mom strategist. And I was like, what? You know what I mean? So excited. But I was ready too, because I was operating in my imperfection. I was active. You know what I mean? I was doing it. Some of these videos, I've showed some of the people in my community, some of the videos from 8 years ago. They were not good. Okay. I was talking real slow. Okay. I'm not really sure why, but see, we all have a beginning. And the thing is, you've got to be active. You got to be proactive. You know what I mean? And about the change that you want. And eventually you do change and grow as a result of it. All right. And as so many people are absolutely disappointed in themselves, but the reason they're disappointed is because what if I didn't practice? This is what I think about. What if they would have called me? Would they have called me? I don't know if they would have called me. But in any way, what if I hadn't been practicing? But because I had been practicing over and over again, I was ready. And because I was ready for that opportunity, when I was out there shooting for that opportunity, I had another opportunity to go meet at another top studio there. And when I went to that studio, they were pitching me for another show, and I didn't get that. But a couple months later, that studio reached out to me, and that's how I got signed to the Emmy nominated and nationally syndicated show America Now. And I'm like literally, that's what happened. So I always think about that. That's my video story. But I was in action, and nobody even really knew I was in action. I was just practicing, working me with me. What about you with you? Okay, you with you, growing you, okay, and just doing the work when nobody was looking, and that it prepares you for another time. And so I just want to say that to you, all right? If you've been feeling disappointed, it's likely because you're in inaction, you're not doing the things you need to do. Gonna watch a replay. I'm at my hourly wage job, and I gotta go, okay? You got this, all right? Hey there, Janelle. All right, number 10, okay. And, oh goodness. Number 10 is the price of inactivity is that you're not showing up powerfully. So here's the thing. You guys all know that I feel that in order to show up like a giant, I only work with people who are giants. So, and I only want to work with people that see themselves as giants, that want to be a giant. And that means that you know that there's just one you, right? Can we agree? All right. Do you agree? All right, just say yes, okay? There is just one you, okay? And the fact of the matter is that means you're scarce. That means you're rare. That means you're very valuable. That means you're awesome and incredible. That means that your life story is your life story. That's only one. And that means that nobody can do you but you, right? We're in agreement with that. I believe that when you understand how precious and amazing you are, that literally you're as unique as your fingerprint. The fact of the matter is that you stop hiding or covering up or believing that what somebody else has is higher and more than what you have. You've been brought here for a purpose. And I love working with people who want to play full out in that purpose, who have said, you know what? I don't really know, but I'm beating to my own drum and I like the sound of it. All right. And to me, that's showing up powerfully. That's being a giant. Now, there are a couple conditions, in my opinion, about being a giant. Now, if you decide to stand tall in who you are, meaning like who you are, acknowledge who you are, grow who you are, that's what giants do. We have to understand that giants do a couple things. Giants make noise. All right. So anytime you're in the company of somebody operating in their brilliance, you're going to hear it. You're going to see it. Right. And you don't have to be up close to see a giant. Right. Because they're operating in their gifts, in their power, in their sweet spot. Right. You know, I'm calling it all out. The other thing is that giants take up room. And that means that because they're operating in their gifts and their calling and their purpose, when they show up and doing their thing, you know what I mean? They can serve from their overflow because that's why they're there. They know why they're there. All right. And they're not afraid of it. And I do believe this. I do believe that sometimes inaction looks like you know what you're great at. You know what you're amazing at, but you're afraid of it. You're afraid of what people are going to think if you decide to bring your A game. You're afraid. You know what I mean? Oh, man, like it's a vulnerable place to decide to go bring it, right? It's a vulnerable place to say what you really know. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it's all out there. It's all you. But I can tell you that that's not a more fulfilling place to be in your life than to be in alignment and congruent with your purpose and living that. And so the price of inaction is that you're not showing up powerfully, meaning that likely it means that you're selling out on you, on the things that you can do, the things you know, the things that you know are inside of you that are unique and special to you. And if this is you, I'm telling you, you need to stop it. This year, you got to stop it. Like, quit this. All right. We're sick of it. All right. And the reason that maybe where you are right now, and I know you have success, the reason that maybe you haven't like doubled or tripled your income more, all right, or created whatever it is that you wanted, is because you are operating as a watered down version of yourself. And we need you to show up powerfully. And to do that, that means you got to bring your A game. You've got to stand in your skills and your talent and your gifts. You need to stop apologizing for being great. You got to stop feeling like you're being arrogant or boastful by saying, I know I'm really good at this, right? Because just like you would acknowledge the things that you aren't good at, and I know you've done this, I need you also to acknowledge and own, like, this is my sweet spot. You know what I mean? This is what I do, all right? This is what I know how to do. And that's the thing that's going to allow you to show up powerfully in this world and go out here and serve the people that you're meant to serve with your gifts, your amazing gifts. You can't serve from a place, you can't pour, you know what I mean, where there's no water. You understand what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter is, I need you to stop it. All right. And if we don't know you have it, we can't ask for it from you. That's why you showing up powerfully is an important part of this equation. Are we clear? All right. Are we clear? Are we clear? So number 10 is that the price of inaction is that you're not showing up as powerfully as you need to. All right. This upcoming year. And it's going to challenge you. I'm telling you, like, you know, you're going to have people saying, who do you think you are? And really the question is, who do you think I am? Because I know who I am. You know what I mean? I'm a child of the King. Okay. You know, I'm born in his image. Okay. I don't have to apologize for being who I am. I am a creator. My father is a creator and so am I. All right. And the moment that you understand, right, all the things that you have available to you and you use those things, that I'm telling you that you realize that life becomes a lot more fun. The price of inaction is that you're not showing up as powerfully as you need to be, and you can. And it's time to stop it. And I promised you guys today 10, was this a fire scope or was this a fire scope? 10 reasons that the price of inaction impacts your life and your business. I'm going to recap for those of you who just joined me. That was number 10. All right, number 1 is the first reason. Thank you so much. Number 1. Oh my goodness, I love it, right? Number 1 is that you stay stuck, okay? You guys and all the flames. Let me just fan you. Let me fan you. Okay, number 1 is that you stay stuck, okay? And when you are inactive and not in action, right, in your life, you can't change your life. And that's the reason why you're stuck right now. That's why you're stuck. The reason you're confused is because of inaction. I want you to think about it. Number 2, all right, is that you value the struggle more than the resolution. Man, you're putting all this time, money, energy into this thing that hasn't been the thing for you, doesn't make you happy, doesn't fulfill you, is not enough for you. All right. And the thing that is the resolution for you, you're not sowing seeds into that. See, you value the struggle more than the resolution. And you might say that's not true, but look at how you're spending your time. Look at how you're spending your money. Did you just buy a new couch? Oh, I bet you did. Okay. Did you just buy a new car? Okay. But you say you want to get free and you can't invest in your dream. I'm just calling you out. Number 3. Okay. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. So the price of inaction is that nothing is changing, because you're not changing, all right? And if you want to change your world, you got to grow who you are. Really important to be a partner with the change you want. Number 4 is that you've begun to believe an incomplete outcome, right? You're not doing the work because of inaction, and yet you are calling the story complete, but it's not complete because you didn't do the work. Yeah, I said it. You know it. You didn't do what you needed to do. So it's an incomplete outcome that you are saying is finished. You're like, oh, no, I did that. I did that business. No, I tried that. Oh, no, I invested in that. You invested with a coach. You didn't do the work. You said it didn't work. You didn't do it in action. I'm just calling you out, giving you different circumstances. Number 5, okay, the price of inaction is that it reflects in your choices. The fact of the matter is, likely you're not an implementer, all right? And so as a result of that, nothing in your world is changing, right? We're actionaires, right? That I like that. That you are implementing in your world. And you're looking at all these other people creating results. You're like, wow, she makes it look so easy. She implements more. Ask her. Next time you see somebody that's showing up in a way that you think is amazing, ask them, what did you invest in yourself to show up like that? Time, money, energy. Can you tell me? I think you'll be surprised by the response. Number 6, you don't invest in things that create an ROI. Oops, I'm sorry, you don't. And so, or you're conflicted about it, or you've got caps on what that looks like. But you're saying that you want to get to your next level, but you are not willing to invest what you need to get there. And that's because likely, and I explained this in more detail, that you don't know how to invest in things to create a return for yourself. You aren't even looking at life that way. You're investing maybe in things that haven't created a return for you. You know, consumables. I'm talking about investing in things that can change the way you think, change what you know, change what you have access to, all right, which changes the whole game, all right? And if that's you, I'm calling you out, right? That's the price of inaction. Investment will flat change your life. You need to be hungry about that. You need to be proactive about that. I'm never that person that's like, I never make investments based on somebody having a sale. Never. I mean, you know, if it's something I want and it's on sale, bonus. But I'm thinking always about, what do I need to grow? Okay, what do I need for my next level? And I proactively seek those things out. And those things are always taller than where I am right now. You know, so I'm going to invest in a coach at a high level that can help me go higher, you know, to a higher level. I'm always going to do that. And I'm not cheap. And nothing I'm bringing to the table is cheap. And so what I'm investing in isn't cheap either, because that's not the kind of dream I have. What about you? Number 7, you've got excuses with happy endings. That means that you have been doing the thing so long. You know what I'm saying? Not being willing to change, not willing to change who you are and what you want. That you have decided to have excuses with happy endings. You got the big office. You know what I'm saying? You did get a bonus this month. You know, and you have said, I only have 5 more years before I retire. Oh, I'm going to get this benefit or whatever it is. And you know the struggle is real. But you've got excuses with happy endings. That's the price of inactivity. All right. Number 8. Excuse me. You're not serious. And I want to call you out because the thing is, you know, if you're not taking action that can move you forward, you're not willing to make the investments that you need to move you forward, then the fact of the matter is you're not serious. Because when people are serious, they do take action. And your inaction is a sign that likely you are not serious. Okay, you're not committed. Okay, I want to just call you out. Number 9, I have a frog in my throat. One second. Number 9 is that you are disappointed. And you're disappointed with the results that you're creating. You're disappointed with the outcome that has happened. You're disappointed with you coaching yourself. You're disappointed because of your inaction. Your unwillingness to move forward, your time, your money, your energy, in the thing that can really create results for you. Your inconsistency. You know, you're disappointed at the end of the day, and you just thought this time was going to be different, but it is not different because of inactivity. I'm telling you, in your inaction. Okay? Sometimes it's not what you're doing. Sometimes it's what you're not doing. That's the inaction, right? Number 10, and then you're not showing up as powerfully as you need to. You're hiding. You're playing small. Maybe you're scared. Maybe you're conflicted about what success looks like. I don't know what that is. But number 10, the price of inaction is that you're not showing up as powerfully as you could. And these are the 10 things that I shared today. Was this hot or was this hot? Okay, it was an hour, 15-minute scope. I am going to leave this up because it was such a good topic. As I promised today, a couple quick things. Want to open the floor, see what your ahas are. I do have some coaching opportunities for those of you. They go away on Monday. So this is going to be the lowest price all year if you want to work with me one-to-one. Or get some of my courses, bit.ly/Mia Holiday Specials, bit.ly/Mia Holiday Specials. My name, MIA Holiday Specials, bit.ly thank you so much, Mia Holiday Specials. What was one aha that you guys got as a result of being here today? It was a little hot in here. What was one aha that you got, or something that impacted you as a result of being here today? I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I'm a business coach, and I support clients with both life and business success, valuing the struggle more than the resolution. Was that not fire? When I wrote that down today, I just knew it. I felt exactly that way too. That so many people do. They value the struggle more than the resolution. And you know it's true when you hear people talk over and over again about what they were going to do and how hard what they were doing was and la 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 la. Okay? They value the struggle more than the resolution. Were there any other ahas? Any other ahas? Did anyone else have any other ahas? It really made you think, right? Yeah, it was there. I put it there for you guys to think about it because I really wanted to support people today with getting this piece and understanding that there is a price of inactivity, right? There is a price of inactivity. Okay. Okay. Are there any other questions? There are some really great opportunities to work with me. Yes, thank you. So it's a bit.ly. Yeah, that's right, Janelle. bit.ly/Mia Holiday Specials. And I can run through a couple of them. They're so good. You guys, it's up to 80% off until Monday. There are some select opportunities here. So I do want to run through a couple. There are 4, and they're great. So, like, for example, you're not going to believe this. If you guys are my clients, they're not going to believe this, right? But my Profit Masterclass, You can have access to my Profit Masterclass. Now, this is going to be for those of you who already have a business, but it's not profitable. It's great for you if you're a coach or you're a consultant of any sort, or you're selling any kind of courses, anything like that, infopreneur. And you're going to get access to my course, Profit Strategy, where I break down my client booking formula, my high-end client formula, my client profitability blueprint, my retreat profit models. All my retreats do over 6 figures. And I also show you how to get paid to create content. Now, that course sells $7,500 on its own. You're going to get that course. You also get 1 month of Scope School, which is my video training program. If you like these videos, imagine having access to about 60 videos over the course of 30 days, life, mindset, and business training. You also get access to 1 bonus virtual mastermind call with me, a 90-minute group coaching call. It's a virtual mastermind call. It is fire. Where you get to ask me anything you want to know and I'll answer it for you, but you also get to hear other sharp entrepreneurs asking their questions as well. I answer everything on the floor. Phenomenal training. And you're going to get access to my bonus live training as well, that I'm teaching this coming week, which is called, my class is called Core Purpose, and I teach you how to build a high-end offer. So for those of you who are looking to build a high-end offer above $2,000 or more, my clients have offers between $2,000 and $300,000 each. Okay? Build a high-end offer, build your enrollment system for clients, and build out your sales process. So that's what I'm going to be teaching live. That's included. That class alone sells for $997, but you get this entire system, all of these courses, which are phenomenal. They all sell for, it's a total value of $7,994, like no kidding, if you want to buy these. However, you're going to save $6,997 if you buy it before Monday, $997. Literally, that's all it is, like $997. I totally took the excuses away. Now, here's the coolest part. If you get this, then you get this training. I know it's going to change your life. You hop onto this class. I'm gonna rock your world. You get all of that for $997. If you wait until Tuesday, which is Monday after midnight, 12:01 midnight, if you want that course that I just told you about, profit strategy, you're gonna pay $7,500 for it. That's what it is. So I'm just telling you. I'm not hyping you. I'm telling you, $997. You can have that. Or you can get my product masterclass. I should say and/or. And my product masterclass sells for $7,500 also. And in that, you learn the different types of products you can create, methods to create the products. You know, a lot of times, if you've been thinking about what products could I create, you might not know what that looks like. I break all of that down. Really, really great course. I show you how to package a product. I show you how to find buyers. So this is my product formula course. You get that entire course. You get 1 month of Scope School. You get a bonus virtual mastermind call that I just mentioned, that 90-minute call where I'm going to answer any question you have. You also get to come to my live class, Core Purpose, where I'm going to teach you how to build your high-end offer, build your enrollment system for your clients, and build out your sales process for $997. Heck, you should buy both of them. It's $2,000. If you tried to buy both of those, you're going to spend over $16,000 for both of those. But you have this until Monday at midnight. It's available to you. All right. So the third thing, the third offer is, this is so good too. If you want one-to-one time with me, maybe this upcoming year you just want some one-to-one time with me, I charge $2,000 an hour for one-to-one time. I don't do a lot of one-to-one consults with my clients. So here's my gift, right? This is it. So it's a business strategy and implementation consulting call. You're going to get 2 60-minute one-to-one calls with me. Okay, which is $4,000. That's what it sells for. That's not what you're going to pay, but that's what it is. You get 3 months of my Scope Coaching School, which is my video training course where you can pull any video, anything you're dealing with directly, and just pop it in and watch it. And I'm right there with you, right, coaching you via video as well. You get that included. You get a virtual ticket to my retreat, my Time for Mommy Retreat and Experience Weekend. That ticket will sell for $249. So you get that. I'm just saying, okay. You also get a bonus call, another bonus one-to-one call. So that means you get 3 hours with me, one-to-one. All right, me and you, me and you, me and you. All right, to work through whatever you want. You also get included the virtual mastermind as well. You get the virtual mastermind. How about that? And which is that 90-minute call with me in a group setting, answer any questions you have. Phenomenal program, by the way. And that core purpose class. Build your high-end offer, build your enrollment system for your clients, and build out your sales process. Now, I could charge you $7,934 for that because that's what that sells for. That's what it sells for. And that's what it will sell for 12:01 on Tuesday morning. Okay? But you're going to save $5,007. So you're going to only pay $2,927. That's 3 hours of one-on-one time, plus the live class, plus that training. It's a no-brainer if that's what you want. There is a 2-payment plan also if you're interested in that. Okay? And the last one is what I'm calling my New Year Strategy and Implementation Consultant Package. This is crazy. I can't even believe I'm offering this. So first of all, you get 4 60-minute one-to-one sessions with me, 3 months of scope coaching, okay? And you get a virtual retreat ticket as well. You also get a bonus 60-minute call. That means you're going to get 5 60-minute calls, me and you, working on your business, your plan. We can do anything you want to do with that. I'm telling you, this is crazy. If you just booked that time, those 5 calls, you'd pay 10 grand. Just that. Okay, I'm just telling you. All right. And you also get to come to the core purpose class where I am going to show you how to build your high-end offer, build your enrollment system for your clients, build out your sales process. That's over 2 days. And so the total value for that package is $11,934. You will save $6,934, and it's $5 grand. Oh, and there is a 2-pay for that. And all you need to do to check them out is go to bit.ly/Mia Holiday Specials. bit.ly/Mia Holiday Specials, specials with an S. All right. And, if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer any of those right now. I just said, what could I give people that are seriously interested in moving forward, that I know will create a result for you if you are serious? And this is what I came up with. So I know that, I know that it'll support you. If you have questions, maybe you're not sure which one of these is the best for you, and you need to schedule an appointment with me, then what I would suggest that you do is go to, I'm going to give you another link, bit.ly/coaching with Mia. bit.ly/coaching with me. Did you see my email? No. Did I see your email number sent you last week? No. No. Let me see. Let's see. Nope, I don't see it. I just pulled up my email. Let me see. Check spam here. You're going to need to resend it. Send it to me now. Send it to me now. And then send it to Namaze's email. Okay. Yeah, send it to Namaze's email at Program Manager also. The phone is being silly. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. So do you guys have any questions? Do you have any questions for me? Happy to answer anything that you, any questions that you might have. Okay. Awesome. Any questions? Any questions? Did this support you guys? No, I'm looking, Orgene. I don't see anything. Nope. Let me check trash or spam. I don't see anything. Okay. All right. Any questions? If there's a question, I want to give you guys time to post that here. If you're just joining me, okay, are any of the classes you have this for the Core Mom clients? Yes, or Jean. So the you have profit strategy, Virginia, I'm trying to think what product you have. Profit Strategy is for Core Mom clients, have that anyway, as well as Scope School, you get that, and as well as Profit Formula. Core Mom clients have that, okay? And then for the new class, Core Moms get that, right? Core Moms are already getting that. That's one of the benefits of being in any of my coaching memberships, is that often I will bonus my clients the current classes that I'm teaching, because I just want to make sure that my clients have what they need over the years. So Core Mom clients, this is already included in what you're getting. You guys have already gotten emails from me about it as well, from Nemeza as well. I think she sent out 2 emails already about it. So are there any other questions? Any other questions? Okay. Any other questions about anything that I shared today? If you are unsure, like I said, of what you might want in terms of from me directly, then you would go to Mia, M-I-A. Oh, that Profit Strategy class was amazing. Still need to go back to get more nuggets from it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you are interested in, getting your questions answered directly, go to bit.ly/coaching with Mia. And then I can help you figure out what might be the best for you. Now, you are going to need to do that soon, because these offers do go away on Monday at midnight. And when I say they go away, that's it. That's done. I'm done with those for the year. And it's just been amazing. A lot of people bought them, though, so it's been exciting to see. So are there any final questions or comments? Was this scope good, or was it good? It was good. And if you're watching the replay, it was really good. Just make sure you go over, write this down, do something about it, change your year, don't just hear what's going on here. Thank you so much for putting it there. Don't just hear it and then have it is stored in your mind, but do something with what you've heard that will change your life and your world. I want to thank you so much for coming here tonight. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the Mom Strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com or on Facebook. Hi, Mia. Can you explain a little more about the packaging program? Absolutely. So let me just go. I'll pull it up. So I think you're talking about the program that's the product formula. It's a really, really great formula. So if you go to the page also at bit.ly / Mia Holiday. Hey, Julia. Mia Holiday Specials. It will also provide you the hyperlink for the actual page as well. But this is what's so cool about that page, is that I teach you how to create your products, how to package your products, and how to find your buyers. Okay? And my goal is to, thank you so much, right? So one thing, explosion goes from there. Absolutely. And it's really great because so many people don't understand how they are a product, and that as a result of taking what you know how to do and packaging that you can go from not having any products at all that you're selling to having core products, high-end products in essence, that you can sell, that people will want to buy from you, that create a transformational result. It could be what you're doing professionally already. It could be what you know in your life as your soft skills. It could just be something that has been a result you've created for yourself over and over again. So I break down the modules, and I taught this class live over a week, the different types of products you can create. I find that most people have no idea, when I'm talking about products, the different types of products that you can create, that you can sell. And every single thing that I teach my clients on how to sell is something that I've sold myself. So even if it's creating a product that you then pitch to a corporation, I know exactly how to do that. I've done exactly that. If we're talking about writing books, that's a product. If we're talking about your consulting packages, that's a product. We're talking about you as a speaker. I have a client who started with me this year who she was only making like $500 in her speaking engagements. After working with me, within a couple of months, she hit $116,000 into her speaking. That's a product. So I'm going to be sharing many different ways that you can create a product And then once you know what it is, it really changes everything for you. So there's one part is knowing the types of products that are out there that you can create that maybe you never thought about creating. The other is the methods to get those products built. How do you get a book done? How do you get your book done? How do you get your workbook done? How do you get your courses done? How do you set up your consulting? How do you set up your speaking business? And I teach you that. I also show you how to package the product, right? I show you exactly what you need to do to package your products, right? And really, really important, because just because you have a product, maybe it's not packaged so that you can be attractive to buyers and improve your sales. And then I also show you how to find buyers, because you can have the greatest products in the world, but if you don't know how to find buyers, then guess what? Okay, you don't get to sell. All right. And so I show you the process that I use to find buyers. I'm very transparent about what that looks like. Really great program. And then you also get, did that answer your question? You also get 1 month of Scope School, which is so valuable. There are about 700 videos in Scope School. And it's where I'm teaching on video, life, business, and mindset training, specifically to support you moving forward. Because in order to grow a business, you got to think a certain way. And I love to do mindset scopes to create that shift, right? So you can show up like a giant, so you can grow into a person that you need to become. You also get access to that virtual mastermind call. My masterminds are incredible. 90 minutes, you ask whatever you want. I'm going to answer every question on the floor. So you don't have this time where you're being coached and you don't know what to do. If you can get your questions answered, you guys will be surprised how much more productive things can go for you, right? Getting my questions answered changed everything for me. And then you also get access to the live class I'm teaching this week. I'm teaching it this week. Building your high-end offer, building your enrollment system for your clients. How are you going to enroll these clients? What's the process for that? All right. And building out the sales process, because a lot of people don't know how to structure their sales conversation with greater confidence. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And if you don't know how to do it, then likely, even if you have the business, you're not having the conversions that you want to have. My dog just came in from the outside. He just goes crazy when that happens, right? You getting all that for $9.97, like literally. The class, if you go and buy the class alone, it's $9.97. Just saying. You're getting the course and the class. You're getting all those things for that. So it's a no-brainer. Are there any final questions? Any final questions before I sign out? I want to thank you guys so much for your time. Or Jean, I don't see anything from you. I just checked my emails. I don't see anything from you. So, okay. All right. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your time. I appreciate you. I love you guys. I hope that this really helps you this year in choosing powerfully for yourself. If I can be of any support to you, go to, bit.ly/Mia Holiday Specials or bit.ly/coaching with Mia. All right. I'd love to talk to you. Have a great and amazing night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.